and welcome to episode 6. I always try and include a bit of humour in my videos, and jokes normally come naturally to me without much effort, but this week I have joke block. I would have thought the subject skirt, it would have been easy to come up with a joke, but anything I think of is sexist or creepy. I don't know what I'm going to do for a skirt joke. Maybe I'll look up one. As a quick recap, back in episode 4, I built just the frame of the skirt so I could size everything up. In this episode, I continue work on the Dalek skirt by cutting out and attaching the panels that go around the skirt. I've showed this video snippet previously, but didn't actually describe what it was I was doing. Here I'm using a plumb bob on a string to make sure the top and bottom flanges are aligned properly. I adjust the alignment simply by loosening or tightening screws around the frame. As you can see here, the panels that go around the skirt of the Dalek are quite complicated with lots of angles. And to get them to match up and go around and meet exactly is quite difficult without lots of actual custom working to get the panels to align. So be prepared for that. You're not just going to be able to cut them out and fit them and have it all work. I'm using 3mm plywood for the panels to go around the skirt because it's strong and lightweight and easy to work with. One trade-off, I guess, compared to MDF is that the plywood has a strong wood grain which will stand out in the paint if it's not filled and sanded. But I'm planning on using what's called a high build primer, so it will cover up any wood grain. I've cut out the panels with a jigsaw and straightened them up with a plane and finishing off with a file by hand where necessary. I'm fitting the panels on with small nails top and bottom and gluing them with common PVA wood glue. I'm holding the panels together with masking tape until the glue dries fully, which takes about 24 hours. Where the panel sides glue together, I've chamfered angles to get flat surfaces to glue together for joint strength and requiring less gap filler. I started on the front panels, which don't have the support of the uprights, so I might need to strengthen these joints in future if I think they need it. So here's the tactic I'm using. I'm doing every second sheet. I've done the front sheets already, you can see that. And every second sheet to fit to the frame, and the sheets in between will be shaped and sized to go between here. That seems to be the best way to do it. I'm using 3mm ply, very easy to work with. I guess it's too easy to cut too much off, but I haven't done that yet, so that's the good news. So when I cut these out, I've allowed about 3mm all around to shape them down. Probably a bit of overkill, but I think it's a wise move anyway. If you think you've got a straight edge, put your panel edge down on the flat surface like a bench top, and put the light behind it, and you can see where all the high spots are. Yeah. Alright, check the high spots. There's one there. Spread a bit on the high spot. Spread it down. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe a little bit more here. That's good enough. Yep, pretty happy with that. Yep. Pretty good alignment there. Of course, like I was saying, the panel in between that's going to get cut to size. In between these fixed panels first. A little bit of angle edging on here to try and get the edges to glue well together. Give it a bit more strength. Here's a couple of still shots where I've attached every second panel. And because it takes 24 hours for the glue to dry, it takes several days to attach all the panels using this method. When I cut out the top skirt flange, I left this little shelf section on the front of it. It's easy to leave it in case I needed it. I could mount stuff on it or under it, but now I'm just finding it in the way, so I'm going to cut it out. One of my aims when I decided to video this build process was to try and pass on some of my limited build knowledge on how to do stuff, and I've kind of failed to do that, I think, along the way, so I'm trying to make up for it in this video. Here I'm making plunge cuts to get the jigsaw into the wood. The safest way and easiest way, I guess, is to make pilot holes to drop your saw into the wood to get your blade perpendicular to it, but you don't have to. So a plunge cut is where you cut the saw down into the wood on an angle to get it perpendicular with the cut. There are two primary risks with this. The blade could break and fly off any direction, so I'd recommend a face shield. And the blade could grab and actually jog the whole jigsaw up and down. The way to approach this is to have your blade clear of the wood, turn your jigsaw on to full speed and slowly lower it down. Take it easy, there's no hurry, just slowly work it down through the wood until it's gone through. It's really nice to get this far with the build and see some progress and some Dalek taking shape. There's still a lot of work to do. There's the domes to fit, there's filling and sanding and painting, but this still feels good. This is my journey, to live the dream. Come along with me on my build journey down the wormhole.